Broadcasting live from an Airstream somewhere in Tornado Alley, bringing you the people, places, and stories from the Panhandle to the Red River. This is your Only in Oklahoma show.
Today we're giving you the rub, the lowdown on Okie Spice in Sand Springs, Oklahoma. I'm Brett.
And I am Harley.
So I'm in tow today. I have child with, which is hard to, it makes it a difficult recording day if you have anxiety. I'm concentrating on our sound quality and the sound quality of my son in there. Is it a painful cry? Is it an anxiety? What am I doing? Parenting, man, it's hard. It's much easier when they're teenagers and adults and they just take the car and leave.
I've been a parent
All your life?
for like 20 years,
Well,
nonstop.
Yeah.
So 21, 22 years.
Can you imagine tacking on another 18?
I do not envy you at all. Your son is adorable.
Yes.
But he's a little bastard.
He can be. He can be. It can be quite difficult. To be fair, he's a baby. Babies are... They're a fickle lot, aren't they?
They are.
But if you're someone like me that never gets to leave the house and you do all of your cooking at home, we've got all the spices you're ever going to need and maybe a few extras coming up next. You remember the days when you waited for your W-2? Now you can print it. Mine's already printed. Taxes are just about prepared. I think I'm trying to figure out how to squeeze the blood out of a turnip to get the most out of my tax return this year.
I've heard some hubbub.
What?
That taxes are going to be late this year.
Yes.
Tax payments.
From what I understand, according to TurboTax and a lot of those guys, and even the IRS, we're looking at March. So the days of getting your, rapid refund, do you remember those days?
I don't.
When you could get it almost, I don't know, it seemed like a month after you filed. Not happening this year.
That's what I'm hearing, but I think if you have questions,
right,
want to speed up the process, don't want to make the TurboTax errors that a lot of people make,
right,
I'm going to suggest that you check out Holiday Tax Group.
Yes, and if you want, get the free 30-minute consultation. All you got to do is call, no obligation to buy, but if they can squeeze out a couple extra deductions, because I think a lot of people miss on a lot of those, that could get you, I don't know,
$1 billion more.
$1 billion more.
One extra $1 billion on your tax refund. If you don't need that, then, send us a check. We
could use it.
We could use it over here. But Holiday Tax Group is family and locally owned since 2010. They give a discount to military and to teachers.
Yep.
Which I think we have a few of those.
There are a few teachers. There's some teacher shortages. So if you're looking for a teaching job, apply. And if you want that discount, you better apply for a teaching job. But give them a call at 405-730-3100.
Or find them on the interwebs at holidaytaxgroup.com. That is holiday with 2 L's.
So deep in the sleepy town, which doesn't look real sleepy, just looking at the pictures, Sand Springs, Oklahoma has got a little bit of a, I don't know. Are you a spice guy?
Dude, you know I am.
I mean, you just pointed out, you were bragging, dude, have you seen all my spices? And it looks, I can't tell if you're a shaman or a chef. Well, you've got them all.
So, dude, for Christmas, I got some new spice bottles.
I saw that. That is you know what? Can I just stop you right there? We went from talking about, man, I used to want a Millennium Falcon. To I've never seen someone get so excited about spice bottles.
You have no idea how much time I spent in the kitchen just organizing spices and putting labels on stuff.
This isn't even the Harley I knew 3 years ago.
I have, how much I love cooking.
I know. You love to cook.
So I never knew that I was missing something in my life until I opened up this box of spice bottles. And I spent the next week organizing, rearranging. It's fun.
I like food that tastes good, but I also hate becoming an adult because now, like, you get the tool sets or the spice racks of your dreams now. But if you're looking for, I think you could be you have every spice. Let's be realistic.
No, I don't. And we'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
I definitely do not have every spice.
Okay.
Okie Spice and Trade Company, they've got over 200 spices, but they do a lot of other stuff. They have like a dozen different artisan cheeses. Cheese.
Really?
And most of the stuff is made in Oklahoma products, or with the cheese, literally made on site.
Well, when you think Oklahoma cheese, if you've been here long enough, and I hate to say Oklahoma cheese because it sounds cheesy, you automatically, what do we go to? Watauga. That's what we were raised with, is
Yes.
Watauga cheese. You don't think Sand Springs cheese. I don't even know if I feel corny saying it like that. But do you think of artisan cheese in Oklahoma?
I don't. At least not before running across the Okie Spice and Trade Company.
Right.
The owners, Kim and Steve, they kind of wanted to create this eclectic store with things that they found. They're road trippers, dude.
Oh, really?
Like, they're after our own hearts.
Yeah.
They love the road trips. They love the small festivals. And they're always finding these things. And they wanted to build a place where you could find a lot of that stuff in one location.
Okay, so when you say that and you look at their storefront, the idea of a general store in the 1800s,
It literally just comes to life right there
Right.
in Sand Springs, Oklahoma.
Well, and that was the thing. That was your place you went for everything, from a licorice stick to a cup of flour. Like, so they had everything. This is
It's along the same vein, but
Right.
you also run into the people that you run into a lot of shops where you can't really tell what the original vision was.
right.
It's like they've got bicycles and bags of sugar. Like,
Right,
this
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
make sense to me.
And it's like almost like they're forcing that aesthetic down your throat. Like,
Right.
okay, we're in a country general store. Go get a candied apple or whatever the hell it is. You know what I mean?
Right, but at Okie Spice and Trade Company, there's a real theme that runs throughout the place, and it's just fun. It's just fun hanging out there. So, like the rubs and spices, when you're trying to do a new recipe,
Yes.
and you're like 90% done, and then you're like,
Oh, crap, I forgot something.
right, like
Yeah.
I've never even seen Mexican allspice berries, let alone have them in my spice rack.
Now, I have Mexican allspice, but I've never Mexican allspice berries. That's some Andrew Zimmern
Exactly.
Bizarre Foods thing.
But they have it. And
Really?
just about everything else you could possibly think of in the spice world.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I think I would probably end up stuck there with my new bottles, going, okay,
You've become I don't know, you're a jerk chicken fancy pants now. You've got when I think you have every spice, you don't have 200. I would hate to go to a spice place with you. You walk in with your little clogs on and
clogs.
your little spice rack basket or whatever. I don't know what you spice weirdos do.
As far as my spices and me being a spice weirdo, you have never once complained about
I've never
food
have.
that I served at my house.
But here's my only complaint. If I ever want to eat it again, you make it impossible because you don't have the recipe. So I every time I eat something instinctively, because I cook, I go, man, what's the recipe? I don't know. I'm like, really?
Okay, so this last week,
Yeah.
I made carnitas, like slow cooked carnitas, and I'm going to help you out here.
Okay.
I used Okie Spice and Trade Company's recipe on their website.
Right.
This is the very first time where I've cooked a meal. The first time that we've eaten dinner at my house where the kids and the adults all enjoyed the food that was put in front of them.
Oh, well, that's hard, man.
That wasn't delivered by a Domino's employee.
That's hard to do. Salmon seems to be the only thing that I can get a 13-year-old to eat.
If you like carnitas,
Now, did you use the pork butt? What'd you use?
yes, I use pork butt.
Nice. What else? Will you give me the lowdown on the? I'll get my own recipe. I'll go to Okie Spice and get the recipe.
Exactly. But we talked about their cheese. Watauga cheese is probably the only thing I ever thought of. But they do artisan cheese, like at least a dozen different varieties.
Yep.
It's all hand blended on site in small batch.
Right.
Honestly, to get this fresher, you're literally going to have to make it yourself.
Well, we've talked to over the course and the lifespan of OnlyinOK and just through our travels, dairy is a big industry here. So it doesn't surprise me.
It actually surprises me that it's
Really?
not more common.
Yeah. I'm with you.
So I'm kind of a food snob.
Oh, I'm too.
You are, but you have some things that bug me.
What?
Like you have a little known addiction to the sour cream and onion dip, the goop that you buy from the bottom shelf.
I do. I'm not real picky.
So, Brett, tell me
that
nasty goop that you buy. What exactly is the flavor of monosodium glutamate?
Sour cream and onion.
So, literally, Okie Spice, they have pre-packaged spices that you literally just put into your sour cream or your cream cheese to make a dip yourself without all the bull crap.
I got to get there. I got to get some of this calcium stearate stuff they got. Oh, they don't have that. That's the thing. They don't have that.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's
right,
just fresh spices. So they also have something that I think the ladies in our life are going to like.
Well, one of them might.
One of them can't enjoy it right now, but I'm pretty sure she still likes adult slushies. They have adult slushy mixes. You just add the suggested alcohol to the package, and you stick it in the freezer, and the next day you have an adult slushy like Wastin' Away margarita slushy mix.
I love to waste away. And I like a slushy. I don't like a snow cone. You know what I mean?
I think snow cones are bold.
But I take a snow cone over ice cream any day of the week.
You're weird.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
And I would take an adult slushy over either one. Now, milkshake's different. I don't know what it is. I think maybe I have a little bit of a lactose intolerance. I only drink almond milk. Okay. That doesn't make us even for your spices and your hipster cupboards in here. But I only drink almond milk. So that might be part of it.
I don't drink milk at all, so.
Okay. You win.
I drink heavy whipping cream.
You do?
I do. I drink a
lot of it.
So, aside from the fact that Okie Spice and Trade Company looks like it's straight out of a John Wayne movie.
Oh, it does.
Like, I would not be surprised to pull up and see a guy in a 10-gallon cowboy hat and spurs walk out and hop onto a horse.
With his spice basket and his clogs. Right.
Aside from that, though,
right,
they've got T-shirts, cooking tools with awesome Oklahoma themes. And like I said, a crap ton of it is made in Oklahoma.
Right.
That was kind of their goal from the word go. So it's that time of year where we're starting to dust off our smokers and our barbecues. And if you're in the market for a good rub for your meat,
I'm always in the market for a good rub for my meat. I mean, I am. Dude, the secret to a good piece of meat is the rub. Find me somebody that smokes something that's not putting some type of rub on their,
Oh yeah, if you're gonna win the barbecue cook-off, there's some voodoo happening.
Right. It's about and we'll have a show on barbecue. I'm certain of it pretty soon, but it's about that crust and it's the flavor, man. It's the smokering. It's all that.
Yes, 100%. So anyway, if you're looking for a great selection of spices, flavored oils, vinegars, sauces, pickled veggies, flavored peanut butters, jellies, unique gifts that are all focused on Oklahoma, I don't think you're going to do better than Okie Spice and Trade Company in Sand Springs, Oklahoma.
In Sand Springs. Not to take away. I had no idea. Did you have to scrub the internet to find it? Because I don't think a lot of people would think that.
No, I agree. Now, again, we want to touch on some of the fine print.
Okay.
Hours, they're open Tuesday through Saturday. Tuesday through Friday, they're open 10 to 6. Saturday, they close a couple hours early, close at 4.
That's not bad.
I think...
I'm okay with that.
No, I agree 100%.
I mean, get your spices. You got a good window there to get some spices. It's when restaurants do that sometimes. I'm like,
Yeah, I think we've seen the whole spectrum of what people do with hours, but those are the hours. I'm sure that if you're going there with a group of people, there's probably some restrictions based on the current COVID environment or whatever. Right. So you might call ahead just to make sure that you're not going to be violating any rules. Or
they probably have a spice combination in there that would kill COVID.
They probably do. They probably can't advertise it as such.
Yeah.
FDA regulations and stuff. But, a wink and a nod, you might be able to get into the special restricted spice section.
Right.
Just thinking.
Yeah, I don't know. But if you're in the neighborhood, if you're in the market, or hell, if you're in it for a road trip on a Saturday afternoon, check out Okie Spice in Sand Springs, Oklahoma. Links to all their Facebook and their website will be in the show notes.
Absolutely.
Well, as always, tell your friends, tell your family. We will not be silenced. We will be heard everywhere. This has been the Only in OK Show. I'm Brett.
And I'm Harley. And we're out of here.
Peace. Nope, doing that again. There was a little bit of a pause in there, like I hesitated
like you were
again.
Asking a question.
Like I was asking, Sand Springs?
We got the rub at Okie.
Okay, got
Spice.
it. Okay. And welcome to the show. Today we've got the rub on your favorite spice shop. I don't know if that's it or not. I'm going to start it over. I've got the rub. We've got the rub, the lowdown. Okie Spice. It's fine. We're going to power through it.
I know.
This is my everything's fine face.
Yeah.
Let me preface my question with, you have to understand, my mother's been my mother for 43 years.
Really?
And I still don't know her birth date. And here's why, okay? I have 2 ex-girlfriends. This is no shit. I don't know if you could have a better, universe that plays cruel jokes or not. But I have 2 girlfriends, both with the middle name Lynn. My mom's middle name is Lynn. That was not by design. One of them is September 26th. One of them is September 27th. And somewhere in between those is my mom's birthday. And it's messed with me. It messed with me because let's be realistic. How old were you when you, the most favorite person in your life ever? Your grandma, maybe? I mean, I think our grandmas were our favorite. Do you remember her birthday?
No.
I didn't have to remember my mom's birthday until I became an adult. And I can't remember it. So with that being said, this should not shock you. I had to have my wedding scheduled December 29th. The reason why is because she knew I would forget if she put it on the 29th because I only remember my own birthday. Does that make me narcissistic?
Yes.
That's why it was on the 29th. Again, terrible with dates. I was married for almost a decade. Okay?
Yes.
You and I have been common law for quite some time. I don't remember your birthday. But I did remember your birthday is coming. So, I've got something on the way. But I don't remember your birthday. When is your birthday? February? The longest time I thought was in April.
February 16th.
February 16th. Okay. And 3, 2, 1.